What is up, you bunch of savages? Savage here, and the voice of the wife.
Hi.
You would have seen in the title. Going to Terrell, there is a British, it's called British Bash, but they say that there's a British Christmas market. Well, just Christmas market, but it's British Bash, so da-da-da. And they're apparently having a car show that's all Mini Coopers. There is a Beatles tribute band up there. They're called A Hard Day's Night, so hopefully we'll catch that. By the time we get there, the place will only be going for another hour and a half, but I'm going to try to show you what we can show you. It is kind of put on, it's Terrell, but there is a bit of British in Terrell, and we found that out whenever we were courting across the pond, and I was living in Terrell. And I come across a building one day that had, I'll put the picture right here of the thing, but there's a mural inside of a building that had England superimposed over Texas, and with London kind of superimposed over Terrell. And then it took me 2 years to find. It was 2 years, wasn't it? It was a couple years later. I finally figured it out, and I messaged her, called her, whatever, and said, "Hey, I figured it out." So there is a flight museum there in it's BFS, British Flight I don't know what the letters are, I forget now, but it's British Flight. It's a museum devoted to a bit of history. And back in World War II, they could not train British pilots in England because they were getting bombarded by Germans, of course. So they brought them over here and in various places, and there were a few, Terrell being one. There's a couple in California and a couple others somewhere else. I think there was like 5 or 6 or so, but Terrell happened to be one of them where they brought British pilots. And so there was, you know, they brought a little bit of British over to Texas, and that's why that mural was there. That's why there's Flight Museum, and that's why they're doing British Bash in Terrell. So all of that to say, let's go see what they have at the British Bash in Terrell. I was asking the wife, what would you expect from a British Christmas market? And she says British people don't attack. If she's wrong, she sometimes is. But said that there's not necessarily a such thing as a British market. Whenever you have Christmas markets in England, they're usually German Christmas markets. You know what you say? I should have made her say all that, but anyway, she just goes, "Yep." Let's go see. All right, we have found it. This building is blocking our view, but there's a bit right there. Let's get here and see what's what. And being that it's meant to be a British thing, British people can't have Christmas start until they hear this right here. Now let's see if I get a copyright claim for that. It's still like an hour and a half for this thing to go, but it looks like a lot of people are like, "No, we're leaving." But still, there's a lot of folks. I'm looking for food. There's cheesy goodness over there, and I want to find the band. Oh, here's where the band's gonna set up, where the Beatles tribute band. Cool. Here's more booths here. I'm trying to get in front of you so you don't get in the shot. With the free samples over here, they got British something or another. Is that British something? They definitely got a Union Jack selling shirts over here. Wreaths here, but right behind me. Hey, you can get a picture with your new king there, King Charles. But on this side, we got Union Jacks and some other things. Look at these, very cool. The wife's going over there to check out the booths. I'm gonna look at the cars. It's pretty cool. Got a nice Union Jack flag right there. Cool. Mini takes the stage. Very cool. Got a Union Jack there. It's funny because none of these have a Union Jack on top, and her car does. It's not running at the moment completely yet, but and then they have these that do have Union Jacks on top. So they've only got 4 minis. She could have brought hers and had an extra mini in there. Hey, look at this thing. What? Lotus? Whoa, these are awesome, dude. Check these out. 2011 Lotus. Dude, these are hardcore. I want to ride. Yeah. Very nice. I'm looking for food. I see bakery there, British fare, pasties and pies. What? No way. Well, they might not be though, and I can't expect the sausage to be the same, but we're gonna check this out. So, she likes her pasties. I'm looking for pies, but it's likely gonna be sweet pies, not a meat pie. Said it's just cakes, but that looks cute though. Wait, this is some copyrighted music. So this looks like our only chance for, they do have, says pasties, Even though the word we use is pastries. There it says pastries, there it says pasties. But right here,
That's a score.
and there's some in there. You want to give one a shot? It looks like a mince pie there.
Yeah.
And that was the lettering. I wasn't sure of the lettering, but it's BFTS, the British Flight Training. They're right there, British Flight Training School Museum. That was it there. All right, we're coming down this bit while we're tempted by the fruit of another and looking for some foods from another, but I'm not really seeing any. We see some loads of wares, but no foods. I'm looking for food, so food! Cheese would love this with all the Sonic plushies and things. What foods do we got? Burger basket, hot dog. See? There's no British food. Grilled cheese, chicken strip. There's no British food. Okay, apparently at the information booth you can vote for your favorite.
Tips here before you.
Okay, hold on. He's going to talk some more.
Pokemon Holiday Advent calendars on sale for $39.99.
I went to that museum, by the way.
All mono kits.
Here's another bit down here.
Y'all have a great time today. We're going to keep the music rolling.
Okay. He was just saying at the information booth, which is here, that you can vote for your favorite British-themed foods. And then they said there is a store called Books and Crannies, and if you are a patron to them, if you buy something off of them, you get a free. She heard them say scones with clotted cream, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" So we don't know. And they said while supplies last, they could run out. But hey, we'd like to go and say what our favorite British food is, but we haven't found any yet. There's a truck back there. Maybe there's something. Let's look along here and see what there is. Some Christmas stuffs. Looking for foods. I don't think there's foods down here either. Where's all the food then if we're supposed to try it? So here I see where you can get beignets, but they're African. Mouth-watering African. They're not even like French or something. But then they got beef brisket over here, but still I'm not finding any British food. Where is it? Where's the British food? We still haven't found the British food, but this I think is meant to be like a pub scene. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, this is some of the people from back in World War II. Terrell Aviation School. I can't read that down there, but that's pretty cool. So this would have been a photo from back whenever the pilots came over to be trained at Bass Drug Company Fountain, Terrell, Texas. Pretty cool. All right, while Def Leppard screams over my shoulder over here, we found savages out here. Savages! What do you name?
My name's Derek.
Derek.
This is Annabelle.
Annabelle. Derek and Annabelle, savages out here in Terrell. Who knew there were savages in Terrell? There they are, y'all. Good to see y'all. Looks like we might just be a few minutes away from the Beatles tribute band, the Hard Knight's Day. They got the faux Ringo setting up over there, ready to beat the skin. So we'll see how that goes and hear how that goes. They sound pretty good, and the bass player's got a Paul McCartney bass, but the other way, right-hander. That sounds pretty good. I don't know how much of that I can play, if any at all. We'll try and see. Hi, with a little help from my friends. Closest you're going to get to fish and chips is a catfish down there. But what's cool though, the good thing is that it's overcast and gray. It's 53 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 11 degrees Celsius, almost 12. But the sun is trying to come through. So the weather though is kind of British. So the weather is probably the real winner here, you know, with with this fest, because we were kind of disappointed without having any actual British food. They came close over there with the scones, but there's no clotted cream, so yikes. But anyway, I'm going to continue to watch the Beatles tribute band here. They're pretty good. Okay, so we misunderstood. So apparently most, if not all, of the food places will have had their version of some British, even if it's just one item, their version of something British. And so I found out that information a little bit too late. It's already a half hour till the thing closes or something. Anyway, over at the information booth, then you would give your vote for the best interpretation of a British item. But we didn't even try, and we missed out. We didn't understand until I went and asked the information. They mapped it out for me, so I get it now. But
folks here. in
Okay,
Terrell, Texas.
with me still wanting some British food or whatever, I just went to that the Dallas Grilled Cheese Company van there and asked if they had a British item, and I looked on there and they had a soup that's a tomato basil soup or a tomato basil soup. Uh-oh, they've got a revolution going now. But she said we didn't know anything about it as a food vendor, so I don't know. Well, they finished their thing and they're not coming back for an encore. People were screaming encore, encore, and they were like, nope, sorry. And I was just like, Octopus's Garden. They were very good though. This is apparently the second annual British Bash, so in years to come, instead of them food booths, which we didn't find anyway, that had a British item for food and then doing a contest. Wow, that's loud. Anyway, instead they should try to find a British food vendor. I would love for the guy that does the Nick Barclay that makes the best British fish and chips you can get in America, probably. That you did Fish and Fizz in Richardson to get a food truck or a booth or something. It's only 5 hours. It probably wouldn't be worth it, but man, once people finally get the flavor and go, oh my gosh, that's the real thing, dude. Oh, that would rock. But that's the way it goes. So we're going to go find some food elsewhere, and it ain't going to be British. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get out. I'll see you on the next one, and y'all stay savage.
Thanks for watching Savage Mr. Like, subscribe, and share, and send money.